Entire countries vanished, not in centuries, but maybe within your lifetime. Here's who's on the edge of disappearing. Borders feel permanent. Flags, maps, passports, like fixed parts of reality. But history says otherwise. Countries vanish, fast, and sometimes without a single bomb. There are three main ways a country can disappear. Number 1. Physically, climate change. Rising seas, natural disasters. What happens when a country gets swallowed whole by water or fire? Number 2. Politically, governments collapse, civil wars erupt, or foreign powers take control. These nations may survive in name, but not in function. Number 3. Culturally, some nations merge, others split. A few slowly fade, absorbed into neighbors until there's nothing left but memory. Some might drown, others might be swallowed, and a few might just implode from within. And to prove it, let's start with a country you've definitely heard of. Number 2. United Kingdom, unraveling unity. The UK isn't just one country, it's a fragile collection of 4. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And that unity, it's cracking. In 2014, Scotland held a referendum on leaving the UK. The result? 55% said no. But that was before Brexit, before the economic fallout, and before a massive shift in generational views. Today, polling shows a sharp rise in pro-independence sentiment, especially among younger Scots. But here's the twist. If Scotland leaves, what happens to Wales or Northern Ireland? Could they go too? Imagine the map of Britain, redrawn into 3 or 4 independent nations. It's not just possible, it's already in motion. Some experts say the UK could become the disunited kingdom within a generation, and that's just the beginning. But for some countries, the threat isn't political, it's existential. Number 3. Tuvalu, Kiribati, Maldives, drowning nations, welcome to the sinking world. Tuvalu, Kiribati, the Maldives. 3 nations, combined population under 1 million. But they represent the front line of climate collapse. Sea levels are rising, salt water is poisoning their crops, entire villages have already moved inland, and there's nowhere else to go. Within 20-30 years, some of these islands will be fully submerged. And yet their governments continue issuing passports, holding UN seats, celebrating national holidays. But here's the haunting question. What happens when your passport says a country that no longer exists? Some plans involve buying land abroad. Others want to become cloud nations, governments without territory. In any case, they're fighting extinction in slow motion. And then there are countries caught in frozen conflicts, where one wrong move could erase borders overnight. Number 4. North and South Korea, fragile armistice. The Korean peninsula isn't just divided, it's a ticking clock. Technically, North and South Korea are still at war. There was never a peace treaty, just an armistice. And for 70 years, both sides have danced a tightrope. North Korea, nuclear weapons, isolation, dynasty rule. South Korea, global tech hub, democratic, US aligned. The future could go 3 ways. 1. Peaceful reunification. Unlikely but not impossible. 2. Military escalation. A single missile test gone wrong. And war. 3. Absorption. One regime collapses, the other takes control. A handshake, a missile, or a flag falling. Any could rewrite Korea's future. And the world watches, knowing one day, it won't be ***2 Korea's *** anymore. Now for the most politically dangerous hotspot on the planet, where World War III could begin. Number 5. Taiwan, a nation in limbo. Taiwan is an independent nation, functionally. It has its own government, military, and borders. But there's one big problem. China says Taiwan isn't a country, and Beijing has vowed to reclaim it, by force if necessary. This isn't just a regional issue. If China invades Taiwan, the US might respond. Japan, South Korea, Australia, global dominoes fall. It only takes one order from Beijing and Taiwan could vanish overnight. No ceremony, no UN vote, just military might. Taiwan's existence hangs on global hesitation. But not every disappearing country is on an island. Some are collapsing from within. Number 6. Yemen, Iraq, fragile failed states. You've seen their names in headlines, but Yemen and Iraq might not survive as unified nations. Both have internal tribal conflicts, outside influence, Iran, Saudi, US, weak central governments, fragmented control zones in Yemen. You've got Houthis in the north, a collapsing south, and foreign militaries all around. In Iraq, there's the Kurdistan region, functionally autonomous, and militias carving out control zones. A line on the map means nothing when no one controls it. Experts predict both nations could fracture permanently into smaller states or become puppet zones. Even in Europe, some borders are barely holding together. Number 7. Spain, Belgium, Europe's quiet breakups. You think breakups only happen in war zones? Think again. In Spain, the region of Catalonia has already held referendums for independence. Barcelona could one day fly its own flag. Meanwhile, Belgium, split between Flemish and French speakers, is often months without a government. These splits won't come with explosions, but with ballots. Slow, legal, bureaucratic disappearances, like a nation unzipping itself in slow motion. And Europe might soon be home to several new microstates. Now, for a country that doesn't just risk vanishing, it might merge back into its past. Technically, Belarus is an independent country. In reality, it's already Russia's shadow. Shared military control, coordinated laws. Lukashenko clings to power through Russian support, and since the invasion of Ukraine, Russia has quietly absorbed more of Belarus's systems. Some analysts believe Belarus is already Russia, in everything but name. And if Putin gets his way, there won't even be a name left. And then there's a slow-moving disaster, waiting to swallow millions. Bangladesh is the 8th most populous country in the world, but it's sitting in a climate death trap. Rising sea levels, constant flooding, no high ground, crumbling infrastructure. By 2050, 1 in 7 Bangladeshis may become climate refugees. It's not if, it's when, and there's nowhere left to go. Imagine a nation of 200+ million, trying to fit into a world that has no space left. The map stays the same, but the people? Gone. Now let's get controversial. What if the world's most powerful country falls apart? No one expects it, but some insiders are warning it's already begun. Red versus blue, California versus Texas, rural versus urban, a Supreme Court and a Congress no longer respected by half the country. A modern civil fracture isn't fantasy, it's forecast by some experts. Secession, states breaking off. Autonomy, a United States in name but fractured in law. Total reboot, a new constitution born from chaos. We're not predicting it, but we can't ignore the signs. New flags, new alliances, new maps, but also new dangers. Power vacuums, displacement, unrest, rebirth. The world as we know it is more fragile than it seems. If these borders vanish, what replaces them? Which of these countries do you think will disappear first? Which one shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you liked this, check out why some countries aren't even real. It's even wilder. Subscribe for more truth bombs, speculation, and global intrigue every week.